Hi everyone, hello and welcome back to Geeks for Geeks. In this video, we have two very special guests with us. They both are the winners of Bywizard 1.0, which held in on 26th of January, and we are having Bywizard 2. We had Bywizard 2.0 on 26th of February, as well as we are going to have Bywizard 3.0 on 26th of March. So if you haven't participated, please do. You will know a lot about this in this session. Also, why you should join that session tournament. You will also know that also. Okay. So now let's start with the session. The first thing I will be doing will be starting with the introduction of both the students. So I would ask both the students to please introduce themselves, tell us a little bit more about them and their interests and hobbies.
Yeah. So hi guys, myself Krish. I'm studying in grade 12. I'm from the city of Jamshedpur, and my hobbies include cycling, playing a lot of sports, including golf, cricket, table tennis, etc., and coding. Yeah, and robotics.
Yeah. And hi everyone, my name is Aryan. I study in class 10th and I belong to New Delhi. I My hobbies are playing football. I love to code as well and I love to read books.
Yeah, so that's quite a lot for both of you, and good to know that these days, such young students have so much interest in coding, and they are so much inclined towards coding. Yeah. So the next thing that I want to ask is that what inspired you to develop interest towards coding? Did you both have any kind of teacher or mentor who helped you, or you had your own journey while learning the coding?
Yeah. So my uncle suggested me to start to learn to code. Initially, it was all about the skill set, learning a new skill set, and building up a new career opportunity. But over time, it became about interest, and I started to like the process. So that's what motivated me to code more.
Yeah, I think for me it's the pure love for technology. When I was in primary school, I remember I had got my first computer, so I started exploring the internet. I got into electronics and robotics at in the start, and then slowly I developed my interest towards software as well. So there were a lot of mentors along the journey, but I would like highly say that the best mentor that I had was Yantra, which is an initiative by IIT Bombay. So I participated in two competitions in the year 2020 and 21. So I learned coding through them a lot more than I learned it myself.
Okay, so that's really great to know that students like in their 10th and 12th sessions also like classes also are focusing more on what IITs are doing, what are the different resources they are providing and exploring different domains and knowing about different resources. Yeah. So the next thing I want to know is that what are your favorite programming languages? Is it that do you prefer any kind of language over other language? If it is, then why so?
Yeah, I love to code in Python and JavaScript. Both of them are really simple and easy to use languages. They are very beginner friendly, and you can just hop onto them and you can start your coding journey. So that's why I prefer them over any other language.
Yeah, for me, I think it is also Python. In 10th, when I was in an ICSE school, we were learning Java. Then I had switched to a CBSE school in 11th. So the shift from Java to Python wasn't much hard for me, but it is like a very cool language. It's like the most popular languages, one of the most popular than other languages these days. And I love to use many of the other libraries. My favorite library right now is OpenCV, so I'm using that to make programs you on image processing.
Okay, so that's really great to know that at such young age you are so good in coding. You got such a good rank. Also, you are exploring a lot of domains like AI, machine learning, and OpenCV image recognition, and all of that. And then, if you are interested in this kind of things, then the next question is very specially for you, because the next thing that I want to ask is little bit more inclined to AI, machine learning. So the next thing that I want to ask is that what are your views on changing scenario in tech industry? So basically, as you know, that the major tech MNCs like Meta, Apple, Microsoft, and Amazon, they are inclining more towards R&D of AI and ML. So what do you think? What are the future projects and job scenario because of this?
I think one of the most important professions in the future will be data scientist and business analytics, as they are one of the most important fields to grow any of the businesses. And as we've seen in past, the small businesses are trending. Uh, Everyone has started their own business, so data science can help them a lot in various ways.
Yeah, I think the concept of metaverse is quite interesting, where they are connecting concepts like blockchain and NFT uh, into the metaverse thing. So every other company these days are creating their own metaverse, and they are making people join it to attend their normal meetings as well. So maybe in the future, the hiring could be very spontaneous. So like if you are in that in their metaverse, if you interact with them, maybe in one day you might be selected for a job role you did not know that existed. So that's what I'm looking forward to.
That's a very like nice perspective and a very nice thinking. I'm like really amazed to see that people like kids these days have such a wide vision that they think about that these ways of getting hired and these type of job opportunities. Yeah, so that's really nice to know. Okay, so the next thing that I want to know to from both of you is that are there any projects you are working on? If there is, then would you like to share that with us? We will be like more than happy to know. We and the audience also, they'll also get the idea of how students these days are really up to the date and working a lot on different things despite only from their coursework in schools.
Yeah. So I actually work as a freelancer as well. Um, uh, in my free time, I actually do freelance. So I'm actually working on a project of my client. It is also based on data analytics and data science. So that's why the field interested me a lot more. And but on one of my personal projects, I'm working on a social version of a Wordle. So uh, Wordle has been a trend in the past few months. It's been rising. New York Times has started their own Wordle. So I was working on a app that allows the friends to connect and play Wordle together, and they can guess, and the one that guesses first will get the most points. Yeah, it's just a fun project.
Yeah, and so right now I'm working in this student project, which is which goes by the name Jatayu Aerospace. So we are a small student community where we are developing a model rocket, which we aim to make and cross the Kármán line, or the 100-kilometer altitude mark in space. So me specifically, I am looking into the funding of how do we fund ourselves. So I'm responsible for bringing the investors into this project.
That's really great. Like, if I'm not wrong, Aryan, you are in 10th class, right? And Krish, you are in 12th. And at such young age, you are like doing projects. Aryan is handling a client, and you are looking for investors. You are having a project idea, and you are working on it. You're having your own team. So that is something I guess only like back in the day, only college students were little bit worried about. There were few students who were little bit worried of like starting their own thing and building a community kind of thing. But these days the time has changed, and clearly I can see from the competitions we are having, and from having webinars with students like you, I can really see that students are exploring a lot of things. They are not just looking for a like tech job, 9 to 5 job. In like also the tech job, 9 to 5 job is really good. People do a lot of things over there. But right like at this time is along with your school studies, you are seeing different domains. You are exploring each and every domain, so that when you will pass out from your college, you will be very clear. You will have a very clear mind what you have want to do, what is the change that you want to bring in the tech field in the society. Yeah, so that's really nice to know, and that's quite impressive. And also there will be a lot of students who will, when watch this, get inspired from both of you, and will also try to google and search about the things which you have said if they don't have any idea about this, about the things that you have said, and will take inspiration and start right. So that's really good to know. So the next thing that I want to know is that what are your views on competitive coding in Indian schools? So basically, as you both are from schools, in schools, competitive programming is not such a thing. People like focus more on the stipulated syllabus that they have. They don't have a quite I guess I don't remember, I don't know, there are a lot of competitions. For example, for college students there are a lot of competitions on hacker rank, hacker earth. Even geeks for geeks had a lot of competition like earlier for just for the college students, similarly on core courses courses. But for school students they are not like no, they are not uh, very much like options, yeah, you can say. So what are your what are your views on that? And also the next question I'll be asking you about the BiWizard. So first let's just know about the this thing.
Yeah. So in the beginning, when I just started to learn to code, and I felt that okay, I have learned Python and I have mastered the language. So then I started looking for competitions for high schoolers all over India or all over the world, to participate and understand the position that I belong to. Um, so initially I was not able to find any of the competitions, but I feel blessed that my friend recommended me to do BioWizard coding tournament. And yeah, I think it should be more frequent. Competitive coding should be more prevalent for school students. So that's my take on this conversation.
Yeah, same here. I mean, back when we were having offline school, I remember our teacher used to give us this one problem on the board, and the first one who used to solve it just got that, recognition that he has or she has solved the first in class. So I think this same concept has been taken to a very national level by Geeks for Geeks for the first time in India, because these sort of things only happen for people who are in college, especially their third or fourth year when they are getting placements. So, companies like TCS hold such events like TCS Ninja, I guess, for competitive programming. And I think, yeah, it was a wonderful uh, 1.5 hour for me.
Yeah, so basically we have taken taken this thing into consideration that there were a lot of students and there were a lot of queries saying that please do this on a frequent basis, so that even if the students who didn't get a chance to perform really good in BiWizard 1, they will try and improve themselves for BiWizard 2, and same will happen for upcoming events, right? So that's why we continued BiWizard 2, and now on 26th of March we are going to have BiWizard 3. So it's growing, and we're really happy to see there are a lot of students who are connecting with us for this and understanding and learning coding. And obviously I also think that once you start doing coding, you explore more domains. But even if you will not start, coding is quite easy, because I'll tell you why. Because in schools we have coding at some class. Like coding will start from, for some schools it's from 8 standard, from for some schools it's from 6th standard. These days schools are also opting for block based coding from for for first class students or second class students. So yes, coding is important. Once you start coding, you start that you have that confidence that you start exploring the fields, for example machine learning, AI, or you can say web development and all of that. So yes, it is quite important, and that's what we are supporting these days. We are trying to reach to many students and tell them that this is important, please participate. And if you are not good, then we have a lot of resources, also free resources. We have very on and off few classes on YouTube where I teach coding questions. We have practice portal to practice. We have school guide, free school guide for students. So there's a lot of resources, and I hope that one day these competitions, this BioWizard competition, will become a very renowned competition in this whole world for all the school students. Because we took this initiative and started to think about school students and started this competition, right? The next thing I want to know quickly is that how did you come to know about the BioWizard coding tournament fund? Because this was very first tournament, it was not that much popular. So how did you come to know about this?
Yeah, I got to know about the competition just one day before the competition. So I was just sitting, and my friend sent me the link of the competition, and I registered for it. And next day I gave the competition. So that's how I got to know about it.
Yeah, I had a pretty interesting find. So I was looking for videos on gate preparation. It was just out of interest, not that I was starting to prepare from right now. But there was this one YouTuber named Manish. He was sharing his screen during his video, and then he was sharing the Geeks for Geeks website. So there was a small ad section in the website itself. So I saw that there is something related to school coding. So I went on to the website myself and then searched for it, and then I found this.
Okay, so that's basically a great journey for you, especially Krish. You
Mm.
found out from someone else's YouTube
Yeah,
channel just by seeing the ad. So yeah,
yeah.
that's so great. So the next thing that I want to know is that what's your experience with BioWizard, and how did you feel after winning the reward and holding the top ranks among the thousand of the participants that we had for competition?
Yeah, it was a really motivating experience for me. Um, the the moment I got to know that I got the sixth rank, I felt really nice, and I felt motivated. So these are the things that keep you going, and keep your love for code alive. So and about the awards, I was really happy to receive my goodies. And yeah.
Yeah, same here. So, I mean, I was placed 15th on the Bivizard Coding 1.0, and the ranks were quite changing at the last moment. So it was pretty exciting to see where would I stand. But I was also seeing how many total students participated. So I think it was around 10,000 total submissions for the 1.2. So being ranked 15 among 10,000 is like very amazing. So it's almost like you are competing in a competitive exam.
Yeah, so basically there was more than 15 to it's more than 15 or 17,000 participants, but
Oh,
few students were very like new to coding, so they weren't able to solve the questions and submit the answers, and that's
yeah,
why we started the journey of teaching to have school guide, to have multiple sessions on YouTube so that beginners can also participate. And yes, the ranks also like this time also we had when we had Bivisa 2, there was a lot of students. We have our Discord channel, so there were a lot of
yeah,
queries on Discord channel. I myself handle that. So there were a lot of queries that why rank are changing. So there's like there are a lot of back end thing happening in calculation of
mm,
rank. There's this one thing of how much wrong submissions you have done. There's one thing of time constraint. Then
mm,
like in how many, like at how many minutes, like your minute, if you have one student has done the same competition in 1 hour and one has done in 59 minutes, then also that will be
Hmm.
calculated. Also the running time of your whole thing. Now the running time is like not that much into consideration, because Java requires more time than C++, right? So we
Hmm.
don't take that much into that consideration. But the wrong summations and the time in which you have solved the whole competition matters a lot in deciding the rank of students. Yeah. So these were all the things I wanted to know about BioWizard, like, and your coding journey. And it's like really great to know both of you and have this session with you. Now I will quickly have a rapid fire, just a fun rapid fire with both of you. Just whatever comes to your mind first, just you can just say that. Okay. So the first thing are you both ready?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. So the first thing I want to know is working in a MNC or starting your own company.
Own company.
MNC,
MNC. Python or Java?
Python.
Python,
Python. Binge watching a web series or going to see a movie out.
Binge watching.
binge watching a web series,
Okay. Apple ecosystem or Google Android ecosystem.
Apple ecosystem.
Oh, I think Google, because it gives you more flexibility
Yeah,
on the in
actually,
the long run.
I think the difference between both of them would be about the privacy. Apple is
Yeah.
more towards privacy, and
Yeah, but
Google.
yeah, but in my opinion, that privacy comes with a very hefty price, and you have to buy
Yeah,
every single thing Apple Watch
yeah,
will
I
have,
agree.
and then
I agree.
every small to big thing. But in
Yeah,
Google, you
Yeah.
can buy other company items, not
yeah,
Google specific.
yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so that was a fun round, and thank you so much for coming in, joining in for the webinar, and giving your precious time. And I would wish you a lot of success in future ahead. I would like to see you at very good places in a, like having your own good companies. Yeah, so a lot of wishes to you, and wish you do
Thank
a
you.
really good in your
Thank you.
examinations and future ahead. Okay.
Thank
Yeah.
So
you.
that's it for today's session, and I will see you all next time with another by Wizard winners, and we'll have a lot of chitty chatty videos. Okay, so bye bye everyone. Bye, Aryan
Bye.
and Krish. Bye.
Bye.